Today's tips and tutorials is intermediate series of the Ashtanga practice, Nadi Shodhana nerve cleansing, and this is Krounchasana. One of the most intense stretch, I believe, for your hamstrings, your calves, and perhaps the hips, and also the psoas and the sacrum area. So this one comes right in the beginning. It's the second pose. It's the one after Pashasana. And let's go ahead and talk about it. So basically the few questions is how do you get into the pose? Second question was how do you open the flexibility of the back of the legs? Well, the answer is how do you get into the pose? We'll talk about that. The flexibility will come as you keep arriving to your practice. A lot of the times people often think that you have to be flexible to begin some of these poses or this yoga practice. It's actually incorrect, so that's not true. Let's throw that out the door. The practice itself will open up those tenderness, those stiffness, those conditions, those pre-existing medical ailments and illnesses that's going on in the body. So the more you practice it, the better you'll release a lot of those frictions, a lot of those tightness, inflexibility, and imbalances in the body. And that's why it's called yoga therapy. And because it's a therapy, it's like medicine. It takes a while for an antibiotic to work through the system. That's why they have you take it for 10 days, right? And don't break it, keep the same time that you take it, and arrive to it every day to take it. Well, yoga is the same. Arrive every day, practice the same time is best, and do the routine, do the same sequences repetitively, and before you know it, the body begins to unfold into its healthier state. So, Krounchasana, here's a slow motion. Let's say you're coming in from downward dog, and you're not able yet to come through with your feet all the way. I like to teach just bending the right knee this way, and the left knee is dropped to the floor, and then you're going to sit your heel on the outside of the feet, and then here comes your knee to your chest. This is quite hard. Some people will have their feet here and they're not able to bring it very much close to the cheek or to the inside, right? So if they're here, one or two things is you could use a towel or a strap, or you could hold your ankle, you could hold under your thighs, you could hold your feet, and you're going to swing back your back a little bit, and you're going to work your way to climbing this knee closer to your breastplate and your chest plate, and just locking it in place and holding it. If you're not able again to hold that, like we talked about, hold your ankle, right? Or hold the outside of your thighs, your hamstrings. So little by little, it's going to start looking like this. Then before you know it, maybe you're going to shift a little bit taller, and that's your sacrum, that's your whole hip area here, creating that tension as well. Your lower back also, before you know it, the leg will start to strengthen. It's going to take a while to go from here, and everything looks like, oh, it's crooked and discombobulated. But little by little, this will start for you to kind of raise up. Once you have some mobility and range of motion expanding on the back of your legs, little at a time, your chest can start to come through and close in to that pose. To bring it down, you have to make sure that you're safe, that you don't tweak your knee or your hip. You want to maintain the alignment at the same direction as that, okay? That's going to take time. So again, if I'm sitting in front of you and I have this here on the side of my hips, and you're here and it's crooked, some people are going to look like this, trying to hold it up, and hold it up. That's why just allow yourself some extra grip, put some weight on your arms, and in that way you could start to hold it, even if it's just half, pull it to your chest, and you're going to work on the lower part of your leg, the distal part, the tibia, from here to momentally, get the momentum going of moving that leg, okay? Little by little, this small movement back up and down We'll start to stretch the tendons, the ligaments, the scar tissues that's perhaps lingering in the legs. So that takes time. Plus, you're also going to do that carefully and create a venous return. That's blood circulation to your legs to prevent blood clots, fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis to the bones or arthritis, right? And so this will help lessen the fatigue on the legs, okay? That's my nursing speaking. Again, replacing it to this side first. I'm going to sit in front of you. If you're not able to lift up straight, I'm holding my ankle here, my calves, or my thighs. These three places are all safe to hold because they're good, they're stable. So again, I'm hugging towards my chest. Little by little, I'm going to shift to hold under my hamstrings. And again, I'm just going to mobilize, even if I have to help it. And if you're going to feel pulling, you're going to feel intensity, not pain so much. You can work your ankles back and forth. And then soon, before you know it, just stay down on your head. And then before you know it again, you're probably already sitting to really get your temple down onto your knees. All right. So again, bring it down, hug it to your chest. Don't let your heel bang, and just dropping it slow. This is really, really very good for you, by the way. Most blood clots linger around the back of the legs and then they climb through, and that's how they get into our lungs or our heart and our upper body. So the more you can mobilize from the foot all the way to the back of the knees, which is the lower part that we were moving up and down, it's called venous return. You're getting your blood circulating around that leg. That's where your feet goes pins and needles, right? This part of the leg, Charlie. Horses happen, cramping happen, and then you're always like, oh, my leg is numb. Well, that's because it doesn't get a real return. So this will help that, okay? So to jump into it, to answer some of the other questions. So the first one is I'm going to fold my right leg to the side. I'm going to lift up my leg. So when I come in, I'm already thinking, looking third eye drishti, looking forward, and I'm stretching that leg before I sit, and I'm activating the heel, and then I'm pointing the heel with energy, and then dragging my chest to stand tall and sit tall, and then here I am, elevating into the pose, okay? And then again, extend, shift the chest, sit tall, smile, stretch, point to the heavens above. And then when you release, I'm extending and keeping that extension, and I can jump it back to the back for chaturanga, okay? And again, let's do it on the other side, so hopefully that helps you. Look forward. I'm going to activate my right leg coming into straight while my left bends. So here it goes, 1 to breathe. And that leg is already straight, pointing. And then again, my grip is here. My back is situating back. I want to lean center. And then again, deepen the fold or drop the shoulders down. Chest to your thigh, pull. Release the pose, sit up tall and point and smile. Keep pointing when you let go of the foot, so that way it's not here, but it's here. And then again, you can take it all the way back to chaturanga. Are there other things that you can do to strengthen your legs? Oh yeah, definitely. So, one of the exercises of tips and tutorials that I give to people with weak legs, like my cancer patients and my practitioners that have conditions, is hold the outside of your mat and bend your knees to your chest, relax your toe, don't let your feet be stiff, but point it out and stretch and bring it back in. Go to the midline this time, point it out and bring it up. Point your toes forward and then bend your heel. Point your toes forward and then bend your heel. Point your toes forward and then bend your heel. Point your toes forward and then bend your heel. You know, when people get knee surgery and they come out of post-operation, We put them into a machine, and the machine bends the knee back and forth like that and then expands it. And it creates and recreates mobility, strength, and flexibility. How ironic, we do that in yoga, because it's the same ancient medicine. So again, I'm going to turn back to this side. I'm going to hold my mat. You can also sit by the wall if your back is very sensitive and you need the back of the wall. You want to make sure though that your tailbone is closer to the wall because you want to make your abs work as well to help you. So again, you would here, point out. And then again here, point out. Don't cramp on your toes, point out. You want to breathe, and then again, point out. Breathe. And then again, last one. And the end. Beautiful. So some of these things have helped, and then it also allows you to get stronger and stronger when you're holding your sits bone balance. So again, giving that a try. Your right leg is to here. You can sit down and float in, so some of you will maybe even take it where you can jump in. So you'll sit down and sit the glutes, legs out with your heels active. Bring your right foot to the top of the feet to lock your hips down. When I pick up my left foot, I'm already pointing for the energy to rise the feet. Sit up tall and fold in. And then again, release. Keep the feet in the air for a moment and then point down. So it stays with active energy and expanded muscles. Left side, same thing. Get to sit on your sits bone. Point your feet when you're bringing it up and then catch it. And then again, however you can hold. When you release, sit up tall, point your toe and point it downward, and sit up tall. I hope that helps. Happy Krounchasana. Thanks for chiming in and requesting some beautiful tips and tutorials and honoring the practice. Namaste. Aloha.